This is CES MMA.
Here is our Maverick Fun Incorporation tail of the tape. 3 rounds in the flyweight division. Kaline Medeiros comes in at 2-3 with 1 knockout in her resume. She fights out of Fall River, Mass. She takes on the pro debut, Brigitte Narcise from Fairfield, New Jersey. Let's send it down to Adam Palazzo for the official introduction.
This is the Maverick funding bout of the evening. This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds in the female flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 124 pounds, making her professional debut, hailing from Fairfield, New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen, Brigitte Narcise. And fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 120 pounds, with a professional record of 8 wins, 5 losses with 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Fall River, Massachusetts, ladies and gentlemen, Kaline the Dark Angel Medeiros. Your referee is Dan Bergliotta.
Mike Parenti and Scott Ream, cage side from Twin River Casino. It's CES MMA 24. We move to the
what a vicious
flyweights.
head kick right off the bat. The girls, the ladies don't touch gloves. Caitlin eats the head kick, and here we go. Sorry, Michael.
Brigitte Narcise comes out flying, lands the head kick on Kaline Medeiros, and we're underway in this flyweight bout. No stop whatsoever in the action here, Scott. And Kaline Medeiros comes in. She's got 5 fights in her resume. This is Narcise's pro debut at 43 years young, which you can relate to, having made your debut at 39.
I absolutely can relate to. She's right into mount. She's got Caitlin flat on her back, and she's dropping some vicious elbows as we speak.
2 big elbows from Narcise right off the bat as she gets Medeiros down to the cage.
Nice reversal. But we're looking at a triangle. Looks like that triangle is sunk pretty well, although Caitlin's doing a good job of relieving the pressure and stacking at the moment. Brigitte does seem to be, I can't quite tell from this angle, I need to move here and see if that foot is, nope, that foot's not underneath her knee. She needs to try to pull that foot underneath her knee to get better leverage here. She's trying to adjust it now. But Caitlin's doing a great job by stacking her weight up, not allowing her to get that foot locked in and taking the pressure off her neck. Here comes the slam that Caitlin's so well known for. Brigitte did a nice job riding that out. Her foot is not underneath her knee, and Caitlin should be able to get free, and she does.
Now Narcise gets back to her feet. We're back in the center of the cage. 3:13 to go in round number 1. And rather than describe the trunk colors, let's just say Medeiros has the blue mohawk and Brigitte Narcise does not.
That's quite simple. Nice overhand right, just a little short by Brigitte.
Medeiros, a late bloomer herself, she comes into this fight at 35, but does have 5 fights on her resume, and won her last bout in October, which was her CES MMA debut against Rachel Sazov. She won that fight by unanimous decision.
Spinning back fist was short by Brigitte. I think both the ladies gained a little respect for each other. Nice straight right hand by Brigitte. Caitlin loading up that right hand like a haymaker.
There is some bad intentions behind every punch from Kaline Medeiros. She winds up for everything she throws.
She reached down to Newport for that one. Nice little flying knee.
Yeah, flying knee attempt.
Caitlin's strength is evident in the tie clinch here, and she's dirty boxing.
Tremendous action here in round number 1. 2 minutes to go. Kaline Medeiros, Brigitte Narcise in the flyweight division.
Brigitte's already getting welted up just a little bit here from those punches from Caitlin. And you can see where she's snapping that jab out short on purpose just to try to keep Caitlin at bay.
Medeiros inactive since October, mainly due to a knee injury.
Kaline keeps that right hand in her pocket. There's your uppercuts, a couple of quick over-unders and a roundhouse. Brigitte shoots right down, but Kaline's strength is just something else for this weight group. Nice knee, second knee, tie clinch in place by Medeiros. An attempted step over sweep by Brigitte, that didn't work. But the tie plum, Medeiros is so strong in the clinch.
Medeiros doing a nice job mixing in some uppercuts, going into the body, going upstairs. And you're right, Scott, she does keep that right hand in her pocket. Every punch coming right from the hip. And now 2 overhand rights, sneaks in a left hand. Nice exchange again in the center of the cage. Final minute here in round number 1. All action from the opening bell.
I think Kaline surprised herself by throwing the left hand, never mind both of us.
Another spinning back fist attempt by Narcise. Comes up short.
I mean, although she's been short with it twice, I do like the way she's mixing it up. She's got to, Brigitte needs to work in off that jab, come behind that jab with something. She's throwing the jab short, but she's running into her punches. Nice takedown by Brigitte. Last 10 seconds of the round.
Yeah, potential great way to close out the final round. It's been back and forth, Scott. That could really help Narcise.
That could definitely seal the deal here.
Final seconds here. We saw a small cut open up over Narcise's left eye.
See how her corner handles that.
And that's the end of round number 1. Great start to this highly anticipated flyweight bout. The return of Kaline Medeiros and, of course, the pro debut of Brigitte Narcise. Let's listen in. Well, you saw Narcise's corner work on that cut in between rounds. There was a small welt just opening up above her left eye. No doubt courtesy of those right hands by Kaline Medeiros.
Well, she only threw that one left, so I think you're right about the right hands, Mike.
Round 2 underway in this flyweight bout. Brigitte Narcise and Kaline Medeiros. We are live cage side. Mike Parenti joined by Scott Reams, CES MMA 24. Great action here in this bout thus far, Scott. Kaline Medeiros in the black and gold trunks. Narcise in the skirt.
Beautiful looping right hand landed flush on the chin by Kaline.
And that one caught her attention. Narcise definitely ate that one on the way in. And a nice knee on the way up as Narcise gets to her feet. Another big right.
That was caught her right on the temple, caught Brigitte on the temple. Now Brigitte's doing a good job of trying to sweep to get up, and Kaline looks like she might let her up.
Oh, Narcise tries to get that single leg right there at the ankle.
And she nailed it. She does have it if she drives forward. Kaline's looking to muscle this and throw her over.
You can hear those right hands just pummeling against Narcise's rib cage. And now the
beautiful
uppercut.
Right hand there.
And again, Medeiros just unloading. Narcise trying to fend her off, and I think Medeiros may let her get to her feet. Now both fighters back up in the center of the cage. 3:40 to go in round number 2.
Not quite sure what that was.
It looked like an attempted takedown that just was sort of aborted. Yeah, midway through.
Well, that's what happens when you don't set it up. Knee to the body, great job by Kaline there. Kaline is really ripping those body shots, and once again, her size and strength for this division is a bit overwhelming to most of the ladies.
And again, those right uppercuts right from the hip, Scott, catching Narcise on the way in. Medeiros done a great job letting her hands go. Narcise is stood in there, though, to her credit. She can certainly take a punch.
No, she's tough as they come. She's game. She's fighting back. She's just taking too many punches right now.
And
too many
again,
clean punches.
Yeah, and again, Narcise goes down. And again, Medeiros just hovering, circling like a vulture. Narcise will again get to her feet. Medeiros is very comfortable in stand-up, Scott, so she certainly doesn't mind this spot right here.
I'd like to see Brigitte throw that lead leg to her head, to Kalin's head with that right hand. There's a straight right hand that caught Kalin's attention because her hands are down again in her pockets. Now Kaline brings her hands up after getting tagged. But that right hand drifts slower and slower to the ground. A left hook or a lead left leg. Brigitte Narcise is doing a good job off her back. She's just taking too much punishment in the process.
1:45 to go now in round number 2. And again, Narcise is trying to make her way back to her feet. Medeiros will let her up again. Wait for her spot and let her hands go again.
But you see how Narcise comes in, she steps in, walks in, feet almost parallel.
Leaves herself wide open, she's squared up.
It's a karate or a taekwondo type thing. Just, it's not the best concept for MMA.
Nice takedown by Narcise here in the
Excellent
final minute
job.
and a half. And again, 2 late round takedowns by Narcise in this fight. Interesting strategy. 1:10 to go here in the second round.
Narcise goes knee on belly to mount. This is very interesting. Fantastic job. Shows you how much Narcise is in this fight. Suffering the most damage to this point, but look at this. In the mount, throwing strikes, dropping elbows.
And now she's giving some of the damage back, Scott. The hammer fists and elbows, lefts and rights.
Nice right hand to the jaw. Nice elbow, nice left elbow.
All of a sudden, Medeiros finds herself in a tough spot here in these final 30 seconds. Again for the second consecutive round, Scott, right toward the end.
Narcise could be still in this round.
And it's entirely possible she's done it twice in the first 2 rounds. 22 seconds to go. Narcise still letting her hands go. Medeiros is trying to defend
Beautiful
herself.
elbows, trying to clear the hands away. She's got a very high mount. She's borderline on an S mount here.
These are landing too, Scott.
Kaline's doing a good job. She tried for S mount in that manner and had to pull back off it. Nice elbows when she switched to the side.
2 big elbows right to the forehead at the end of the round. What a way to close it out for Brigitte Narcise. And again, Scott, she may have stolen this round.
And Narcise thinks the fight's over, but you got another round left.
Well, certainly taking every effort, every ounce of energy on her part. Let's listen into Medeiros' corner. The Triforce MMA team in Kaline Medeiros' corner, William Sukumta, Pete, and Keith Jeffrey telling her, listen, you're winning this fight. However, Scott, you can certainly make the case that Narcise's strikes toward the end of round 2 may have been more damaging than anything Medeiros landed throughout that round.
Well, you heard Pete Jeffrey say you're killing this girl. In a matter of physical speaking, yes,
Sure.
she is getting the worst of it. But quite honestly, she could be winning this fight, meaning Brigitte could be winning both rounds.
Round 3 underway, 3rd and final round in this flyweight bout. Brigitte Narcise taking on Kaline Medeiros. Mike Parenti and Scott Ream cage side. Nice right hand to open up by Medeiros.
That right hand is on her hip. Kaline's hip, I mean. Now, Pete Jeffries asked her to stay off the cage, and she fought very well to get off it.
Pete Jeffrey also pointing out in between rounds, look how tired Narcise is, and you certainly saw that at the end of round 2.
Nice right hand by Narcise there.
Doesn't look tired there,
Double
lands a
jab.
right. been non-stop from the opening bell.
Nice little hip throw there, but she wound up on her back.
Now Medeiros in a good spot here early in the third and final round. Hard to say how those first 2 rounds might have went on the scorecard. As close as can be in this fight, as we expected. Crowd trying to urge on Kaline Medeiros, the hometown favorite. Still plenty of time, 3.5 to go. Referee Dan Mergliata watching closely, making sure there's some action at the very least, but Kaline Medeiros is doing enough to keep herself in the spot, working those rights and lefts of the body.
You can see Brigitte where she's trying to stop Kaline from posturing by grabbing the back of her head and keeping her head pinned to her chest. That's so she doesn't get too much power on the punches. Kaline's so strong, even the short ones we can hear from here.
Yeah, from this spot, Scott, with her head pulled right toward her chest, Kaline can only really do anything other than just land to the midsection. If she's able to pop up, it's a different story, and that's what Narcise is trying to defend. 2.5 to go in the fight. Now Medeiros goes back upstairs, but consistently working the body with the lefts and rights. There you see it from this angle, right to the rib cage. At the very least, Medeiros is controlling this round. That's what's important when you have a close fight on the cards. Right and a left upstairs, then right back to the body from Medeiros. She's trying to soften up the defense of Brigitte Narcise in this final round. Trying to do something to gain the upper hand. Narcise is trying to push her off.
She's stacking her here, to be honest, I don't see very much damage coming at the moment. She's defending very well. Kaline's in a dominant position. Brigitte's looking to try to get out. There's some better punches now. Kaline improving her position.
There are those hammer fists we saw in the early rounds. But what's been a common theme in this fight is Narcise turning it on toward the end and actually gaining the upper hand. It's going to be tough to do here.
Nice there by Brigitte. She's looking to attack an ankle now.
Maybe we spoke too soon. Narcise trying to reverse.
Well, she's trying to attack an ankle. That's just a toe hold right here.
Medeiros again right to the midsection with a series of left hands. Now turns over. 48 seconds to go in the fight.
I am incredibly impressed with Brigitte Narcise in this fight. There's 30 seconds left, and she's diving in for a toe hold. Diving in for an ankle lock. Desperately trying to finish this fight. This is what MMA is all about, in my opinion.
You said it best, Scott. Tough as they come. Brigitte Narcise, what an effort, win or lose. And really for both fighters, too, we should say. 19 seconds to go. Heading down the home stretch here in this flyweight bout.
Kaline's doing a good job defending. She has her own legs figure forward, and that's how you defend against that. She's doing a great job. She's going to ride this out from top position.
And that'll do it. The bell rings. What a fight in the flyweight division between Brigitte Narcise and Kaline Medeiros. All action from start to finish. Tremendous effort on both sides. Hard to say who won, Scott. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. That's what we have the judges for. But a great effort on both parts. Both sides celebrating.
Excellent fight. Nice, just a beautiful fight.
And the crowd roars with approval here from Twin River Casino. And sure, why not? It was
Very
an
exciting fight.
Excellent fight. Everything we expected from Kaline Medeiros. She came out with nothing to lose, just reckless abandon from the opening bell. And Brigitte Narcise really hung in there.
Pro debut. She looks like she belongs here, boy.
and she showed a lot of poise toward the end of each round despite being exhausted. From what we saw at times, she was able to reverse, get 2 big takedowns toward the end of each of the first 2 rounds. A more dominant effort in the 3rd round by Kaline Medeiros. So really, it comes down to how the judges scored the first 2 rounds to see who won this fight. It's going to be interesting to see, but a great effort. And you can see the wear and tear on the faces of both fighters.
Absolutely.
Kaline Medeiros inflicting a ton of damage to the body in that 3rd and final round from the mount position. Brigitte Narcise again hung in there as she did through the entire fight. Neither side has anything to be ashamed of. This is a great fight. We're going to send it down to our cage side announcer, Adam Palazzo, to get the official decision.
Fight fans, how about one more round of applause for both these fighters? After 3 tough rounds, we go to the scorecards. Judge Wayne Leamer has it 29-28. Judge Paul Asmer has it 29-28. Judge Jason Randolph has it 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision, Kaline Medeiros!